So we are here with Kelsey Schulte.
That's me. I'm Kelsey Schulte.
16 years old?
Yes.
All right. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been CrossFitting for?
So I've been CrossFitting for 3 years. I started in 2016 in July, so this is like my 3-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
I started as addition to soccer training, so I did competitive soccer for 10 years, and I wanted to do CrossFit because my mom and my sister had started it, and they said that it would be great for my soccer conditioning, so that's how I got into it. So about a year and a half into it, after just doing cardio like wall balls and box jumps, I decided it was time to like get into gymnastics and weightlifting. And once I started doing that, I realized that I wanted to be in the gym a lot more than I wanted to be on the soccer field. So with that, I had to make the choice, do I want to spend all my time in the gym or do I want to spend my time on the soccer field? So it came to the point where I just ended up in the gym and I quit soccer to pursue CrossFit, and I've done the Opens now for the past 3 years. I've done Wadapalooza this year, Granite Games the past 2 years. Hopefully Wadapalooza coming up soon, but yeah, so that's kind of my background.
So you've done the Open.
Yes.
How's that gone for you?
Pretty well, like surprisingly. The first year that I did it, it was just like after my years of just kind of in here, like doing the class WOD, no like actual training for the Opens. Everybody just said that there's this thing in February where once a week on a Friday, you come in, or Thursday, Friday, you do a workout. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. And so I did it, and I ended up like 33rd as like in my age division in the world. And I was like, wow, like that's pretty awesome. And that was kind of like the tipping point of, okay, do I want to be competitive in CrossFit or soccer? So that's when I decided CrossFit.
You decided for CrossFit.
Yes.
So okay, you did the Open again this year.
Yes, I did the Open this year. I did pretty good. I finished 27th in my age group, so not games, but really good for me personally. I've been doing.
That qualified you for the online qualifier.
Yes.
So you did the online qualifier.
Yes, I did.
You did not make the cut.
No,
okay.
but that was fine. It's just been like a great learning experience, and I know like the games is everybody's end goal, but just being able to go into the gym and hit PRs and make sure that you're improving and getting better and better, like I think that's a bigger picture than just making it to the games. Like just being able to go into the gym and see improvements in yourself and your mindset. That's a big struggle of mine, is my mental game. It's not good, but being able to just go in day after day and being able to get stronger and get better and see improvement, I think that's like the biggest thing.
That's like 99% of CrossFitters, like people that are going to watch this, people that we see all the time and talk to all the time.
Yeah.
That's what they're in the gym for. It's not for the CrossFit Games. As cool as that is, obviously it's super cool. And it sounds like you have an interest in making it there. But you're also getting fit and you're improving yourself mentally, physically on a daily basis. And that's awesome.
And to around like a healthy lifestyle, because I mean, it's so hard just seeing like high school and college, just seeing the way that kids see life and their mentality towards like how to progress and have a future and everything. And CrossFit has really shaped me into being driven and having a goal and a determination and going into the gym and I have a purpose, not just, I do soccer, and that's not a bad thing, but being able to stay self-disciplined and being able to just come in day after day and do a brutal workout and being able to shake it off and come back in the next day and do more.
Okay, so you just came off of competition. You were at the NorCal Classic. It's a brand new licensed event. And where is that your neighborhood? Is that local for you?
Yes.
Okay, so where are you from?
Sacramento area.
Okay,
so
got it.
Northern California is right in my backyard. So being able to compete like in my hometown, it was so great because I was able to have like family members, friends who don't get to see like the behind the scenes that, you're in the gym for 3 hours a day, like what are you doing? So being able to have like my friends and family come out and watch and support me and see what I do on a daily basis and spend all of my time doing, it was really nice. And growing up in Sacramento area, community is like a big thing, and so being able to bring like my gym community to like competitions, because I mean when you go to Minnesota and Miami, I mean you can't really bring that many people with you, it's hard. So being able just to have like your community there, like you have them in the gym, but when you're on a competition floor, it's different.
So okay, let's more on the game stuff, and then we'll go to the community stuff. Have you ever met Sean Sweeney before?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you met him this weekend at the competition.
Yes, at NorCal.
Girlfriend,
yes.
Emily Lutz,
yes,
was competing, and she won in the RX division this year at NorCal Classic. And you just got kind of introduced, and he's like, "Hey,
come up, try this."
Well, for context, so we are in Fallon, Nevada, at CrossFit Powerstroke.
That's where we are.
And you drove 5-6 hours,
3.5.
Okay, so 3 hours east into Nevada to come to a training camp as Sean is preparing for the CrossFit Games in the next 3.5-4 weeks. So how the heck did that happen?
I was in the warm-up area on Friday night because that was our first workout of the NorCal Classic because there's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday night, I was just in the warm-up area and I'm a little social butterfly. So I was just talking to everybody, seeing where everybody's from, just getting to know people because, I mean, that's a huge thing in CrossFit, just getting to know the people you're competing with. So I started talking to Emily and she was telling me because like her name was Emily and I was like, wait, Emily Buds, like, is that you? And she was like, yeah. And so we started talking about her and Sean and then that kind of relationship started to develop throughout the whole weekend. And then Sunday, when we were leaving, she was like, hey, I want to introduce you to Sean. So then all three of us started talking, and then they invited me up here to do the training camp with them.
So have you ever trained with the Games athlete before?
No, I've trained with regionals athletes before, but not Games
athletes.
So
how does this, is this kind of a new experience for you?
Yeah.
And what lessons have you learned kind of just seeing somebody of that caliber, like competing, and there's also a lot of other really fit men and women that are here. So what have you learned throughout the last couple of days?
So far that I've learned is just being comfortable with where you're at and knowing that other people are in completely different areas of their progression of CrossFit, that what you're doing, just because I'm not snatching the 125-pound dumbbell that Sean is, that doesn't make me any less of an athlete that he is. Just because I can't do 4 pegboards doesn't mean that I'm any less of an athlete. So being able to get into like the mental game that we're all here to get a workout in, and it doesn't matter if you're doing scaled or RX, everybody's here with a purpose, and being able to stay focused in your workout and not worry about all the people around you. Like, yeah, it pushes you, and it's been so nice having these athletes around me, like in a big group, that everybody's like pushing each other, like, hey, who's gonna get first?
We're all training, but we're also kind of racing.
Yeah, it's like a friendly competition.
Friendly, very friendly.
And it makes it so much of a better experience that you're not just in here by yourself. Like, I don't believe, the more that I've done CrossFit and been in a group training setting, I don't believe that CrossFit was made for the individual person. I think it was made for the group. And being able to use all of the different people around you to push you in a different way, I think that's what makes you a better athlete.
Totally, I couldn't agree more. Okay, so a little bit more on the personal side of things.
Yes.
So you're high school
junior. Yes, I'll be a junior this year.
So you're going into your junior year.
Yes.
Okay, so what, I assume that you physically have gone through a lot of transformations. Like I can tell that you're in shape, but you show more muscle, and that's something that a lot of young women don't aspire to right now. I mean, that is, even though there's a lot of CrossFitters and CrossFit women out there as role models, it's still not a common thing growing up. Have you noticed some people commenting or being talking about that? And how have you dealt with that as you're going through high school?
It's kind of been funny starting 7th and 8th grade. I was just kind of like average, and then once I got into freshman and sophomore year this year, I've really like developed like my arms, my legs, and I mean when I'm like walking through like classes and stuff, like I mean people notice, because I mean it's different to see a lot of people with like, especially my age, like girls with muscles, like that's not common. I mean like you have fit like females from like soccer or softball or
people
gymnastics.
Who are in good shape.
Yes, people who are in good shape.
Yeah.
But then when you have like dedicated athletes that like show muscle,
especially upper body strength for a woman, right?
Yeah, it's hard. It's been interesting just seeing how people react to me. I've had a bunch of people say, "You look like a man. Why are you doing this? Like your body, you don't look like a female
does
anymore."
Does that encourage? Do you feel like you take that and you fuel that into fire more, or is that really discouraging for you?
I don't look at that as discouraging. I find that to be motivation to me that, okay, and that's a compliment to me. Like my muscles, thank you. Like this is what I'm working for. This is why I'm in the gym for 3 hours while you're doing what? This is why I have a passion and a purpose. Thank you. I'm sorry if this is not the look you want, but this is my passion and this is what I like to do. I don't comment on what you do, so leave it to me to decide how I want to be. And I use it as fuel. I mean, if people want to talk bad about me because how I look, I'm sorry that offends you. This is me and this is my body and I've worked hard for this. And
you're proud of it.
And I'm proud of it. And I don't think that I'm ugly. I mean, I've worked hard for the past 3 years to get to the point where I am, and I still have a long ways to go. So just being able to take what other people think of me and use that into like a fire and like a punch, like I'm gonna get better. Like just wait. That's a better way to look at it than like, oh my god, like that's discouraging.
Now, have you had like other women come up to you in a positive way and just kind of say,
oh my god,
wow, like what are you doing? Or tell me just like
the other day
a story that something happened.
Where was I? I think I was like going shopping. I was with a few friends and we were going into the mall and I was opening the door and a lady walked out and she looked at me and she said, "Girl, what do you do to get those muscles?" And so we started talking, and she does like a boot camp kind of circuit training. And I told her I do CrossFit, and she thought that was the coolest thing and how I'm so young and got into it. And she said, "That's a great lifestyle for such young people." She said, "You really need to stick with that because it will make a difference in your future." And I was like, "Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like, that's why I'm here." So thank you for like reassuring me, like reinvesting in me, like my purpose and my drive to do this. Yeah.
So what would be the message that you would send or say to young female athletes that are roughly around your age group, middle, high school, end of middle school, high school, that are interested in doing CrossFit?
Don't be afraid of what anybody has to say to you. If you're in here for your own purpose and you're getting better, worry about yourself. This is an individualized sport where the benefits and everything, the positives, the negatives are all for you. And so take that with however you want it, but all of your successes are for you. And it's such a rewarding sport. Like getting your first double unders, getting your first pull-ups, I've never felt something so gratifying. I mean, I played soccer for 10 years and scoring a winning goal or anything, nothing comes close to the gratifying of CrossFit because it's such a brutal sport that once you do start to succeed and you see the improvements, and once you go from your skilled knee push-ups to just regular push-ups, it makes a world of difference. And it starts to develop your mind into seeing like the positives in life and outlooks that you never would have seen before because you were afraid to try something new. Like just being able to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, and don't worry what anybody else has to say to you because your people in your gym are your family, and that's who really you care about. Okay, so last question, big goals. Where are you headed? Like is CrossFit Games what you're trying to do, or do you want to go to college and study? What's life got in front of you? This next year is my last year in the 16-17 before I into like the big individual pond. And so I'm gonna train hard and see like what happens between now and like December or October, because I guess the opens are now in October, and see how my progressions are, if my weaknesses are getting better, and just see like if this is crunch time, then it's crunch time. But I'm really just looking forward to college. I don't know if I'll pursue CrossFit as much when I get into college. I mean, I'm still definitely going into the gym, but I don't know if I'll be spending the big time and hours that I am right now, because I want to get my education and I want to have that to rely on, because I can always come back to CrossFit and I can always still do CrossFit. There's a lot of CrossFitters that are professional that are like Sean Sweeney's age. Yes, exactly.
And they're 24, 25, 26, 27. Matthew Frazier's 28.
Yeah.
And I think he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Rich Froning's 31 and he's savage. So I think you got a long career ahead of you. Oh yes, and I'm really excited to see how just starting so young, how it plays out for me in the future and how it like shapes my life going forward. Well, it's good to meet you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Best of luck. Thank you. All right. Thank you.